All right, so I'm working on this Pioneer 600 I just picked up yesterday. I cleaned it up pretty good. It wasn't really clean already, but I cleaned it up a little bit better. And looked it over. The guy told me that I shouldn't start it until I fix the carb because the return spring on the carb had broke. So I was checking that out right now. So if you look in here, you can see here's the throttle, right? The big fat fingers in the way. So see, there's supposed to be like a spring there. Yeah, it hooks onto that little post right here. See right there? That's broke. So when you hit the throttle here, see, it just stays open. That's not good, right? You don't want that to happen. This thing's gonna be screaming. You got no way to control it. So it won't return. So he's like, maybe you can order a spring or find one. Well, I had this carb for my 620 that I effed up pretty bad when I was trying to pull the Welch plug. I went too far at the drill and annihilated this thing, so this thing was trash. This carb didn't run right anyway, though, before that. I could never get this thing to run right, so I figured I'll just keep it for spare parts, you know. And luckily I did, because it came in handy. But I ended up throwing another carb on it, and then it ran fine. So no matter what I did to this thing, it didn't run right. So what I did was I pillaged the spring off this guy. So you can see here, I got no spring. So I took it off of here. So that's this little guy here. So I'm just going to put this little guy onto that carb. And I'm not going to open it up or anything because the guy had it running. So I'm not going to mess with it for now. I'm just going to throw that on there and then hopefully it'll run. We'll see. And if not, then I'll buy a kit for it and stuff. But yeah, so all you got to do is, let's see, where is it? You take this guy out here. Take that screw out, and then this little pin will, or this little bracket here will come out. And then you can pull the throttle shaft right out. And you have to take the butterfly plate out too. There's a little screw, and you pull it out with some pliers, and then it just slides right out. Here's the butterfly plate. I didn't bother putting it back in because what's the point? I got the little screw in the bag there too. But yeah, you can see like in this one here, same type of carb. You know, it's got that, and then there's a spring right here. So see right there. So this one works. See that little spring is right there? Like big fat thumbs in a way. See how it's hooked to that post? So that's still good, right? So that's what I got to do with this carb. So I'm just gonna swap that spring, pull this carb off, put the new spring on. I'd slide that throttle shaft out, put it back in. I'm gonna put some Loctite on that little screw on the butterfly plate because that would suck if that let loose, right? That'd be bad news for the engine. So I put some Loctite on that, and I got some gaskets left over from I don't know, a few kits that I ordered. So that's the intake gasket for from the intake to the carb. So we'll see if it tears off, then I'll put a new one on. Otherwise, I'll just use that one. But at least I got a spare, and then I could always make one too, I guess. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to yank this carb off. Shouldn't be too hard. I've taken these off and rebuilt them before. So I'll take that off, slide the throttle shaft out, put the new spring on, put it all back together, and then it should be good to at least run then. And then the only other thing I'm looking at is, this is pretty janky. I mean, it works, but it's kind of like, that's not right, you know? So I'll see if I can get a new one of these somewhere on eBay or from somewhere and then make it right. And then this roller, I was looking at this roller. Check this out, this wear. Look at that, it's supposed to be even, right? Look how worn out it is. It must have got stuck from like getting sawdust in there. It wasn't rolling right. And so it just stayed there. And then people were pulling on the cord. They just wore away the metal. I mean, look at that. That's amazing. It's crazy, isn't it? So I'm going to get a new roller too. You can find those on eBay and stuff. They're like a couple bucks. So yeah, anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Fix that and see if I'll get it to run here. So anyway, that's it for now. See ya.